Experts from the Community of Practice Against Mass Atrocities have called on international communities to urgently assist Nigeria in its escalating mass atrocities that have heightened hunger and poverty in the country. This call is anchored on the three pillars of the responsibility to protect, such as state responsibility, international community support, and intervention. The group further reinstates both the federal and state failure to protect its citizens and sought external help to ameliorate the impact of mass atrocities in Nigeria.
This summit's theme, a standing responsibility to protect, focuses on Pillar 1 and compels us to critically analyze our government's.
This is the 5th National Summit on Mass Atrocities, with many expectations from the government to address the growing concerns of insecurity, but little or no efforts have been achieved. This has left many questions unanswered by the organizers of this summit, as in the past 5 years, 24,800 people were killed and nearly 15,600 kidnapped in violent mass atrocities across Nigeria, while the first half of 2024 had a total of 2,710 people killed and at least 3,481 adopted. Bringing to the theme of this summit is a standing responsibility to protect, affirmed by Section 14, Subsection 2B of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, mandating the security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government, held on 7th August 2024 in Abuja. In a submission, Abiodun Bayo, Executive Director of Global Rights, questioned how well has the Nigerian government fulfilled this section of the Constitution and expressed the alarming state of Nigeria's worsening crisis. She therefore demands urgent attention and action globally to reverse the death situation in the country.
Nigerians have picked up their placards to express their outrage against the government for failing to fulfill their obligation to protect them. The protests have also voiced anger over the mismanagement of our natural resources and public funds, and the implementation of policies that deepen the sufferings of average Nigerians already grappling with inflation and global economic challenges.
Meanwhile, Dr. Tony Ojukwu, Executive Secretary of the National Human Rights Commission, speaking on human security, advocates for inclusive economic and good living conditions of citizens to tackle threats to insurgency, corruption, poverty, and climate change essential for Nigeria's stability.
Human security directly influences development outcomes. Societies that address human security challenges tend to achieve better economic performance, social stability, and overall quality of life for its people.
Earlier, Ken Henshaw, chair of the Community of Practice Against Mass Atrocities, and Awa Rasfanjani, member and executive director of CISLAC, amongst others, said mass graves have continuously been uncovered across Nigeria, stressing that it is time to put a stop of these inhuman atrocities in Nigeria.
For too long, the demand for accountability for atrocious killings in Nigeria have been weakened by the lack of information on the victims of these atrocities. It will seem, sadly, that numbers and statistical data have diminished the value of life.
It is absolutely unacceptable that Nigerians are losing their lives on a daily basis because of the failure of the state to appropriately deal with the consequences or with the cause root of these problems.
There are attacks that are killing us. The attacks that have caused food insecurity and mass food inflation across the country needs to stop.
These experts believe addressing human security challenges requires an effective solution that must integrate economic stability, social cohesion, and environmental stability to influence development outcomes and prevent possible crises that have exacerbated poverty, healthcare deficiencies, and poor governance in the country. Vincent Okushi, QTV News, Nigeria.